What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again. Are looks the most important thing when it comes to talking to women? Check out what this dude had to say on TikTok about it.
Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run. There are a lot of aspects about yourself that you can't change, but the ones that you can, change them as quickly as possible while you are still young and you have the energy, the flexibility, the agility, the time, and the resources to really work on yourself and your appearance.
The reality is what you look like does definitely affect how you date, but it doesn't make it to where it's impossible or even difficult to date if you're not attractive. Physical attraction is a hook, but it's not the only thing. As a matter of fact, if you're using your physical attraction to get women, you're hustling backwards. If you're using your money or your status to get women, if that's your primary thing that you use, you're hustling backwards and you're basically dating like one of these broads who struggle with men dating. Think about the most beautiful women in the world and why they're not able to get a dude to settle down with them or want to be in a relationship. They can't get exactly what they want out of men. There's a reason for that, because they don't really have game. They don't really have a strategy. If you are a guy who is not really attractive, I'm about to put you up on game and show you how to get women regardless of what you look like. It's not really gonna matter. Obviously, if you're my 600-pound life, you probably need to lose some weight to get out of the house to make some of this work. But other than that, you're pretty good. All right, the first thing you have to do is be real with yourself. All right, you gotta be real with yourself and your track record. I know a lot of dudes don't want to see themselves as unattractive. Obviously not. I mean, it kind of can hurt your feelings. I get that. But it's not whether I think you're attractive. It's not whether the people in the comment section think I'm attractive. That's irrelevant. You can't rate each other, really. It's stupid. It's irrelevant. Your level of attraction is based on your track record with women. So if your track record with women is you go to the beach and girls come up to you and start feeling on you, and that's happened to you multiple times, well, guess what? You got to be attractive. I don't care what anybody says. If you're not famous, if you're not somebody that is worldwide, where everybody knows you, if you didn't come out there with a $250,000 necklace on or something like that, then you have to be attractive, or that would not happen multiple times. If you go to the club and girls just come up to you and start twerking on you on a regular, you're clearly attractive. They're not doing that to everybody. It's not how it works. If you go to the pool and women just rub up on you, if you at the gym and girls try to come up to you all the time, you are attractive, clearly. If that doesn't happen to you, then in the place that you are currently living in at this time, you are not attractive physically. If girls never come up to you, if you never can say, yo, baby, let's just do Netflix and chill, and they just jump at the opportunity. If everything you do costs you money, if you gotta constantly do stuff for women for them to talk to you or give you attention, unfortunately for this situation, I know it might make you feel upset, but I'm gonna show it to you to where it doesn't even matter. So don't worry about it. But you're not physically attractive in the place that you live in. Now, you may be living in Chicago and you may not be attractive in Chicago. You may live in Cleveland, it may not be attractive in Cleveland, but maybe you're attractive in Florida. But your ass is in Cleveland right now, and you ain't attractive in Cleveland. All right, once you've evaluated yourself and you're like, look, I ain't attractive. It ain't working like that for me. Cool, now you have to understand the type of person that you want to target. A lot of you have struggled to get women because being physically unattractive means that you don't get as many bites at the apple, so you don't get to develop game. You think that guys who look good, they like Adonis type looking dudes, got all of the features that you feel like girls want or whatever the case. You think that they're getting girls just because of what they look like. But the reality is it's cyclical. What you look like gives you more initial opportunities. That gives you an opportunity to figure out where your best opportunities are going to come from and how to strategize to take advantage of those opportunities. Give you an example. When you're good looking, you go to the club, say 2 times a week for a month. You go to the club 2 times a week for a month, you with no game or nothing yet. You will have danced with probably 100 girls. You'll probably have gotten at least 15 to 20 numbers. And you'll probably have been over at least 3 or 4 girls' houses. Okay, that's just no game. I'm saying no game, no money, just based on looks. That's a lot of bites at the apple. So now you're starting to figure out, okay, what type of girl generally goes for me? What type of girl is the easiest slam dunk for me? Who comes up to me and rubs on me most of the time? Who tries to twerk on me? And then when that happens, which one of these girls say, oh, you know, you're so cute, I just want you to be my boyfriend, or I'll come over your house, or, you know, who's doing that? Now you know. And now you develop your strategy from there. That's what happens when you're physically attractive. You're just getting those bites at the apple. Now you got more girlfriends, you smash more girls, whatever it is you're looking for out of these situations, because you develop that game, meaning you understand your market, you understand your target, you understand how to strategize your way through that. That's all it is. It's not just, oh, he's good looking, automatically all the women just fell in his lap and he was able to pull the trigger on all of those women. Yes, it gives them an initial opportunity, but the game is developed because of all those initial opportunities, and that's what makes it to where he actually gets what he wants out of those dating situations. So let's look at your situation. All right, we've established that's not happening for you like that. So that means you have to find your targets. Number one, if you don't find yourself, or you don't find yourself, if women have not proven to find you attractive in the area you live in, if that's the case, that means you cannot date women who are unattractive or medium. A lot of y'all have struggled because somewhere along the way in middle school, you tried to talk to a dime, she dumped you, or not dumped you, she probably just turned you down flat, probably told you was ugly, something like that. Then you started aiming lower and lower and lower. You were actually thinking backwards. If you are not really attractive, trying to date somebody who's not attractive is going to end in disaster more times than not. They're either going to turn you down in the meanest way they can think of, they're going to ignore you, or even if they start dating you for even a second, they're going to try to friend zone you and upgrade to somebody who's better looking. That's just how that's going to play out 99% of the time. I'm not saying that you won't find an outlier. I'm not saying that somebody don't beat the odds because they got something else going for them or something happened that we can't calculate. Sure. But basically, this is how it's going to play out. You try to holler at a girl who's like 5, 6 or below, like somebody who's average or a little bit above average. You trying to talk to them is normally going to be seen as an insult. They're normally going to look at you trying to talk to them as an indictment on them. And for them, you got to understand, in most cases, and I'm not trying to be funny here, but most cases, women who are like 4s and 5s, they have been dreaming about dating a really attractive guy, not getting smashed by, not being friends with benefits, but actually dating and being in a real relationship with a really attractive guy their whole life. They may get in the comment section and disagree with this, who wouldn't? But you don't gotta take my word for it, you've seen it yourself. They get with a medium guy, he's treating them nice, but they just keep trying to upgrade. Well, because most of them, they feel it's an indictment on them to not be seen with a super attractive guy. They feel like it proves that they had to settle because of what they look like. Because they already know, based on how they've been treated by men throughout their life, where they kind of fit in terms of their physical appearance. So you got to understand, when you're dealing with somebody like that, they're not going to want to date you because they're going to feel like they're settling. You want to go 7.5 or above. Your cutoff is 7.5. That's like hard line. That's the lowest you can go. Because anything under that is going to be them feeling like they're settling. It ain't going to work out. You want a woman who has dated attractive dudes in the past. This is another thing with your target. You want to target somebody who is 7.5 above, who is either currently dating a really attractive dude or just breaking up with a really attractive dude. Now, I know y'all like, what? I'm going to be getting the leftovers from the attractive dude. This is what I be worried about. This is what bothers me, blah, blah, blah. Attractive dudes are getting leftovers from attractive dudes. What the heck are you talking about? If you're dating an 18-year-old girl and you're 19, she has probably already been smashed by 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other attractive dudes in the past. So I don't care what you look like. You are dating somebody in most cases who has already dealt with a bunch of other people. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So if that's what you're worried about, that's another problem that unattractive dudes have. Once you identify as unattractive and your relationship dealings have made you feel like you're unattractive, the problem that you generally run into is that now you feel like your second choice. You feel like the girl's only dating you because the attractive dude wouldn't date her or whatever. You just automatically feel that way, so you don't even take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. Because nobody really wants to date like an unattractive person, because you've been taught your whole life that you should just be able to walk out and girls just run out, oh my God, you're so cute. Or you should be able to go, hey baby, what's your name? And the girl just go, oh my God, you're so beautiful, I want you. I get it. But everybody can't date that way, and it makes you no less because you can't. So yes, you want to get somebody who has either dated, just broken up with an attractive dude, or is currently dating one. You're probably like, well, why? Won't they just go back to the attractive dude? Probably not. Not if you play your cards right. Not if you do everything right. Most likely not. Here's why. When you show me a woman who's dated 10, 15 attractive dudes over her lifetime, she knows that it's not what it's cracked up to be. Why do you think you see so many women who are in their 30s and 40s and they're like, now you want the good guy, now you want the nice guy? No, now they have dated this attractive dude so many times that they realize it's not what it's cracked up to be. They realize that, and they're good looking, so they realize it's not what it's cracked up to be, and they're not settling. You see what I'm saying? When you see a 35, 40-year-old chick that's a 4, she's gonna feel like she's settling, and she's always gonna be looking for that attractive guy to come along and do everything you're doing. If you're dating a chick that's a 9, 99 times out of 100, she's not looking for the attractive dude, because she's already attractive. What does she care? People are, okay, if you saw me with Lori Harvey, if you saw me with Halle Berry, if you saw me with, I don't want to say it, but I say you saw me with Giselle or somebody like that, you already know they could get whatever top level person, financially, physically, everything that they wanted. You're gonna feel like, okay, well, she must be dating dude. Maybe he seemed like a really nice guy. Maybe he's doing something for her. You know, you just think, well, something going on. Who knows? Maybe he got game. Maybe it's the hanging down to his shoes. You know what I'm saying? You would think something like that. You know, you're like, okay, there must be a reason for it. A lot of women want to feel like they're the prize. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You could even look at their comments. You can even look at the post that they put up. We're the prize. You're the prize. Don't let nobody tell you differently. A lot of women want to be treated like they're the prize. Normally, when they're dealing with an attractive person who has women coming up to them all the time, they are not really the prize. You get what I'm saying? Hey, that's just the reality of it. They're not really the prize. So that person is not treating them like they are. So if you come in, they're automatically going to start thinking that you will treat them like a prize, even if you won't. They're gonna automatically look at you, look at him, and say, this person's gonna treat me like a prize. So now you would have to put in even the bare minimum of effort to make them feel like that's what you're gonna do. And they'll fill in the blanks on the rest. What you wanna make sure when you talk to this girl is you gotta make sure that she has none of your issues. So if you're like, yeah, she's a 7.5 or something like that, if you're fat, you don't need to date a chubby girl or somebody who's fat. You know, like say she's a 7.5, not fat, but say she's a 7.5 and she's like a little bit on the bigger, thicker side, or she's kind of chubby. If you're fat, stay away from that. That ain't gonna work out 99% of the time, because once again, it's like I told you about the reflection. You will now become a reflection of her and all her insecurities. Dang, I'm fat, now this fat dude came up to me. It's not the move. You wanna go with somebody who doesn't have your issues. So if you're fat, you wanna go with thin, in shape. That's your best chance. I know it probably flies in the face of logic, it seems counterintuitive, but if you really start thinking about it, it makes sense. Because why would that bigger girl want to date your big ass? You know, because now y'all just two big people walking around together. If she's thin, she's not going to look big no matter what. So she's like, okay, if I got my big boyfriend, that may be what she wants. She may want a teddy bear. She may want somebody that can comfort her. That may be what she's looking for.